got destroyed against James Ford, but you know what? Shout out to him. I want to thank him because it was after that fight when I realized there's things I need to work on, not just as a mixed martial artist in the cage, but outside of the cage when I train. So thank you, James Ford, for kicking my ass the way you did. It made me a better fighter.
Man, I've been a fan of you for a long time. You're always so much fun to watch. Congratulations. Your winner, everyone, Matt Costello.
Matt Costello gets the win by TKO in round 3. Let's go in here to Wayne Leggett.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Craig Willingham.
The can man, Craig Willingham. 28 years old, Virginia Beach native. Lost a split decision in his debut, but here's another guy, Alex. He's 0-1 as a pro, lost a split decision in his debut, was 6-0 as an amateur, all KOs, all TKOs.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in a tape study. I was really looking forward to his debut. Man, all KOs, TKOs. He's fighting a striker here in Coker. This is going to be an excellent fight, man. I mean, we got some welterweights, we got some strikers. You know, both guys with decorated amateur careers. This will be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and both guys have talked about that they expect this to be a striking match, and both guys think they have the advantage. So whenever both guys are that confident about it, you can always look, and I mean, it's 100% of the time it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, and if you catch two grapplers, it can sometimes neutralize.
Yeah.
But if you get two strikers, there's no neutralization. There's all offense. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than whenever you hear two grapplers say, we're going to turn this into a grappling match. Like, oh, no. And I'm a grappler. So, who knows? Let's go and meet his opponent with Wayne.
Please welcome Treyvon Coker to the red corner.
Treyvon Coker, 26 years old, 2-2. And again, like you said, Alex, 3-1 as an amateur. Lost in his debut as a pro to Bruce Whitehead, who, you know, we've seen have some success here since then.
Absolutely.
And so that fight has aged well. That loss has aged well. Treyvon Coker, again, a striker, and both these guys built the same, about the same height. I mean, this is looking like a good matchup.
So one thing I love about Treyvon Coker is his demeanor. You can't tell if he's happy, if he's sad, if he's being aggressive, if he's being defensive. He keeps the same stone-cold look on his face. He's got very acute boxing, good takedown defense, a well-rounded game. But it's really his boxing that shines. He's got a good kicking arsenal. He'll land some sneaky head kicks. But whether he lands a big shot or gets hit with a big shot, his demeanor stays rock solid. It makes for a fun kind of psychological profile in this fight. But you know, Treyvon's really grown in a lot of Fury fans. He's fought in this cage a bunch of times. And like, look at this is his 5th pro fight, 2-2, fighting an 0-1 guy, which on paper seems advantageous, but it's really not. 6-0, all knockouts for his opponent. It's very impressive.
Yeah, the till of the tape, 28 for Craig Willingham and 26 for Coker. Both fighters made weight at 170. 6'1" for Craig Willingham, 5'6" it says for Treyvon Coker, but that's not right. 73 inches for Willingham, 75 for Treyvon Coker. This brought to you by Hallerhead Whiskey. Let's make it official. Let's meet them both. Wayne Leggett.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest brought to you by Hallerhead Whiskey is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury FC welterweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 6 feet 1 inch tall and he weighed in officially at 170.4 pounds. Fighting out of Virginia Beach, Virginia, by way of Albany, New York. Today, he looks for his first win as a pro. Here is Craig Willingham. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 9 inches tall and he weighed in at 169.2 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, he holds a professional record of 2 wins, 2 losses. Here is Treyvon Coker. Your referee in charge of the action, Patrick Patlon.
Here we go, ready to get this welterweight bout underway. 2 strikers, Craig Willingham, Treyvon Coker.
Now, Treyvon's posting's always been very, mild-mannered. He doesn't start fast or slow. We'll see if Willingham, perhaps, if he's a quicker starter, that could be a difference in kind of like their pacing and their rhythm. We'll see.
Yeah, you were talking about Treyvon's demeanor earlier, and there's, it's funny. There's a fine line between, because the nice guy and the psychopath have the same, exact same demeanor. And so we'll see where that splits. Treyvon Coker, an extremely nice guy, big overhand right there.
Yeah, he had a smooth little jab right before. Willingham threw a hard low kick, but Treyvon just kind of slid right out of the range. Got good range management with Treyvon. And it's interesting, when you miss, especially a kick or a punch, big right hand there from Willingham. That was a good right hand. But when you miss, you're susceptible for the count. And that's why you see guys so apprehensive to really kind of commit and throw in MMA. You just got to really try not to make that mistake. It often will cost you the fight if it's easily capitalized on. And that's one thing Treyvon's good at, is making guys make mistakes by missing. I noticed Willingham, he covered a lot of distance on that jab into that big right hand and met its mark.
This guy trading a leg kick there. Ooh, big right hand there from Treyvon Coker. Yeah, Treyvon very poised. I mean, his face hasn't changed the whole time, no matter what's happened.
No, it usually doesn't. Both guys really using their jab well, measuring, set up a big right hand, big kick. They're both kind of waiting to let that right hand go. Treyvon's let, I think, 3 go now, 2 overhands on a straight. Nice, yeah, that was a nice little slip to a 3-2.
Ooh, he went for it there, Alex.
He sure did.
And the punches are straight, no looping. If he throws a looping punch, he does it on purpose.
Yeah.
Very good, straight punches. He takes a shot there as he tries to throw it overhand right.
Yeah, Willingham's really getting his head off that center line as he throws that jab. Nice check there from Treyvon. I like the pressure.
Man, and Treyvon is so quick. His hands are so fast. And it doesn't look like they're going to be as you see him standing there, in his stance. But man, this throws combinations. His hands are extremely fast.
What could be really helpful is to sometimes really change that tempo. Because when you come in really measured and calm the whole time, the guys start to kind of get used to that. And sometimes you can really explode in. They just don't quite have the same reaction time. Oh, nice. Yeah, he covered a lot of distance with that left hook. Kind of got his head nice and loaded. Treyvon threw the right hand right over the top.
Yeah, you saw the eyes kind of look off in the distance of Willingham after that punch landed. Recovered very quickly, though.
Both guys are so accurate and precise. I think if it's one of those fights, if they both sat in the pocket and threw a couple combos, I think someone could finish. They both kind of have a similar game in terms of using the jab at range and trying to, I don't want to say sharpshoot with the right hand, but we're really not seeing combos any greater than, 2, maybe 3 attacks.
Yeah, a lot of 1-2s from both guys. A lot of jab feints.
Good little counter low kick there from Treyvon.
Beautiful head movement there from Treyvon Coker.
And it was a clever trap by Craig as well. He kind of like palmed him right on the forehead and almost tried to track him with the right hand, but Treyvon was just too mobile. Really good vision from both guys.
And you saw Azel's, it was a great visual of, you know, both guys keeping their eyes open for the entire combination on both sides, because never took their eyes off of each other, never closed their eyes, never blinked. Very intentional, that head movement, very intentional strikes.
It's funny, you know, Willingham is fighting how we've seen Treyvon fight. You know, it's kind of both of their styles. That was a razor close round.
Yeah, and one thing I can tell you is that there was not any indication whatsoever of this going to the ground. So we were right.
No.
We called it right. This is going to be a stand-up battle, it looks like. Nice right hand there, right down the pipe by Willingham. And you see Treyvon Coker landing right over the top. Hits the chin of Willingham.
I mean, this one's hard to score. I was trying to think, you know, if someone had maybe a little more volume. But man, I mean, that's truly a toss-up. So like when I'm in the corner telling my fighter, hey, that was a good round, you did great, good reads. We don't know how that went. And anytime you don't